This is Stalked by a Demon, written by Tess Rutjens and read for you by Myriam Berger. Prologue: Naive Girls and a Ouija Board. April 1971. For as long as I could remember, I had felt like I was different. I didn't know exactly what it was, but I knew that I saw and heard and felt things my family and friends did not. I tried not to scare my sister by describing what I saw lurking in the shadows. Though it wasn't until the summer of 1968, while visiting my grandparents' farm, that I was able to remember specific incidents: shadowy figures with glowing eyes, strange knocking on the walls, hearing someone whispering my name when I was alone, and even being pushed down the stairs when no one was near. It was then that I learned from my grandma TD how to command evil to leave and pray to keep it at bay. It's possible that it all began back then when I was 8, but it's also possible that through the actions of a friend and my own, in April 1971, I invited my own haunting. I hadn't thought about the frightening occurrences at Grandma's farm in almost a year, and my life seemed normal. I still felt as though I was different somehow than everyone else, but after what happened at the farm, I had stopped scaring my sister with tales of evil entities staring from the closet or trying to get us from under our beds. My childhood was average. We lived in a nice house, in a nice neighborhood, in the small, quiet town of Norfolk, Nebraska. When we moved to the new house on the hill at the north end of Norfolk, it was the spring of 1969. I had just turned 9 years old, and I quickly made friends with the other girls in the area. I met Rhonda first. She was the same age, and she immediately became my best friend. We hung out with each other all the time. We even looked similar. We both had the same blonde hair, the same blue eyes, and were the same height. We were like two peas in a pod. We went to school during the day, did our homework in the afternoon, and played together in the evenings and every weekend. In the spring of 1971, Rhonda and I were 11. We got bored one Saturday, and we couldn't find anyone else to run around with that day. We were tired of playing the same old games. Rhonda suddenly announced, "You know, I have a Ouija board at my house, and we could play with that if you want to." I hesitated. "Oh, I don't know," I said. "I've never played with one of those before, and I don't know how." "Come on, I'll teach you. Don't be a chicken," she teased. I was skeptical, but eventually I agreed. To this day, the memory of what happened next remains burned into my mind. After Rhonda brought up the idea of playing with the board, I remember walking to her house, which is only one street over, and getting the box that contained the so-called game. We decided to take it back up the hill to my house because her brother was hanging around our place, and we didn't want him around to see or hear what we were about to do. I knew my mother would be extremely upset if she knew we brought it to our house. She didn't like Ouija boards and wouldn't allow us to have one. We went down into the basement where the family room was so we could have some privacy. I remember Rhonda getting the board out and setting it up on the small coffee table. She was on one side and I was on the other, sitting on the floor with our legs under us. As she explained how to play, we both put our fingers on the pointer thing in the middle of the board. I was trying very hard to be serious, but I was a little nervous, and when Rhonda started to speak in a spooky, mysterious tone, a way I had never heard her speak before, I began to snicker. "Knock it off! This is serious shit!" she snapped. Then she began again as I straightened my smirk. "Calling out to all the spirits of the spirit world. Come, speak with us now." I sat quietly, holding my breath with anticipation. The smell of smoke suddenly filled the air, as if something was on fire. I couldn't see any smoke, but I could definitely smell it. Then a chemical-like odor spread throughout the room, causing a burning sensation in my throat. It smelled like sulfur, as if someone had set a book of matches on fire. As I looked around the room, trying to find where it was coming from, I suddenly saw a huge black mass
Sample complete. Ready to continue?